Welcome back, my beautiful humans. Glad to see you return. Seriously, I am really glad that you came back. I love having these chats with you. So, we're diving in today. Good God. And today we are going to dive into something we all know too well, emotions. So, yes, they're that roller coaster of feelings that range from I ate my favorite snack and life is perfect to why do I cry every time I see a sad movie? Or why am I constantly flipping off the jerk who cut me off in traffic? Or why doesn't anybody listen to me? And now I'm pissed. Seriously, how is it that we can go from feeling on top of the world to wondering if our entire existence is a cosmic joke played out for the entire world to see? All in the span of 5 minutes. And why is that so beautiful? Seriously, why is that beautiful? That we can go from such a high to such a low to feeling every emotion there is. I mean, let's be honest. Emotions make us human, beautifully human. And feeling deeply is one of the best things in the world. And it's one of the easiest reminders that we're alive. So, you've got your highs, and like you got the promotion you were after, or your dog greets you at the door like you returned from a 10-year adventure. And then whoosh, you get on to the low moments when you lose your keys again, or you woke up late and life just sucks. Your favorite show gets canceled, some ass cut you off in traffic, and then, the person in front of you at the, express checkout lane has an entire cart full of groceries. Or you're in a hurry and nothing is going right. And you feel it. You feel everything. Emotions are a wild ride, aren't they? But here's the thing. All those ups and downs, they're what make life rich. They're what bring the color into this world. You know what's worse than an emotional roller coaster? Straight line. I mean, how boring would it be if everything was just even keeled? There's no highs, no lows. That would really suck if you stop and think about it. Ugh, I don't like that. That's the emotional equivalent of eating bland oatmeal every day. Get no fruits. You get no maple syrup or cinnamon. Everything that, spices things up. Sure, it's safe, but it's not living. It's not alive. You don't... See, you need to feel. You need it. So, let's talk about the beauty of feeling deeply. You know, that moment when you've moved something so much that you feel like you could cry, laugh, and possibly do a little interpretive dance all at once? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. It's like when you hear your favorite song, and for a split second, just that nanosecond, you think you might actually be that song. Or when you see a sunset that looks so magical you half expect a unicorn to pop out. That would be really cool. I wish it could happen, but that's the beauty of emotions. Those intense moments where you feel alive and connected to the world. But wait, there's more. Our emotions make us human. Think about it. We are capable of feeling joy, heartbreak, pride, fear, and everything in between. We experience love in ways that make us laugh until we cry, and sadness in ways that leave us hugging our pillows like they're our last hope. And let's not forget the best part. Those perfectly human, messy moments of pure rage when you try to open a jar and the lid just won't budge. The feeling of, I will make this jar open even if it means tearing myself apart in the process. See, feeling deeply is what makes life feel real. Because emotions aren't just reactions. They are our heart's way of saying, I'm here. And I'm fully participating in this adventure called life. One of the scariest emotions is vulnerability. The thing that we're all terrified of, yet deep down we all crave it. We fear it, we resist it, and yet being vulnerable is what makes our connections with other humans so meaningful. When you're vulnerable, you open yourself up to real connection. You become present in that moment. And you have this feeling of gratitude for being in that moment. See how I'm tying all this together? I can't believe I did that, but you know. So you're vulnerable and you open yourself up. You feel all the feelings. You make that connection. You become present and you become grateful. So when you feel it more deeply, like when we're having this conversation, you can finally admit things that you normally wouldn't admit. So you're talking to a friend, you open yourself up and you finally admit you're struggling with anxiety or depression or the people in your life, your job. And you find out through that struggle that you're not actually being judged. That's in your head. Somebody's actually listening to you and they want to help. And that's where the beauty is found. And let's be honest, sometimes it feels like you're floating on a cloud made of marshmallows afterwards because it just felt so good to be vulnerable and open up and be honest about what you're feeling and what you're dealing with and how you're struggling or how you're thriving. I mean, life isn't always about struggle. You can thrive. And it feels good. So another hard emotion, and this is part of my story and how I got to be where I am, is anger. I don't really like it. I don't want it in my life, but it happens. So when I start to get angry, and believe me, there's a lot of reasons people get angry, but if you stop yourself and ask, if I die tomorrow, would this really piss me off this much? I'm going to say 99% of the time, hell no, it won't even be a blip on your damn radar. So let that shit go. And truthfully, anger is actually hurt and disappointment's big brother. And it's one of the easier emotions to feel. And that's why you feel it so much in this world right now. And it sucks. And it can ruin you. And it's at that point you have to decide if it's really worth it. So, if when you decide you're going to be angry, just try. And before you respond with your anger, ask yourself, if I die tomorrow, would this really piss me off this much? And if it would, have at it. Let them know. But once you do, let it go. Because it's not going to serve you anything. And it's not going to serve them anything. It will just create a rift and a silence that starts to get filled, which then later leads to resentment. And that has no purpose. So, and now that we've talked about anger, let's move on to love. Love is the emotion that just, sucks you in and makes you question everything you thought you knew about life. One minute you're casually chatting, and the next minute you're looking into someone's eyes thinking, I would literally take a bullet for you, fight a bear, throw myself in front of a bus to save you. That's the magic of emotions, especially love. It doesn't need to make sense. And honestly, that's part of what makes it so wonderful. It's wild, unpredictable, and dare I say, beautifully messy to go along with our beautifully human lives. So, emotions can help make us grow. And yes, emotional breakdowns can turn into emotional breakthroughs. Don't be afraid of them. And if you suffer with anxiety, when you're dealing with it, and I know it's not always easy, but when you start to get your cues of being anxious, try and look at the situation that's making you anxious. And then when you step out of your comfort and do the thing that's making you anxious, while you're on that high of I did it, ask yourself why it was making you anxious in the first place. Try and vocalize that to yourself or one of your friends. And maybe you can make sure that the next time you are in an uncomfortable situation that makes you anxious, you can take back the information that you got from when you accomplished it. Because that feeling of accomplishment can help break down some of that anxiety. And if you don't feel like you can talk to anybody about it, write it down. And after you write it down, take a lighter and burn that bitch. Just burn it. Get rid of it. It's gone. I have anxiety. I have a little bit of PTSD from some of the issues in my life. And those are things that have actually helped. So I'd like to share, make an impact, spread some kindness. So when I talk about emotions help us grow, and your emotional breakdowns can turn into emotional breakthroughs. When you are at that point and you feel like your whole world is falling apart and suddenly there's a plot twist on your life and you're stronger than you thought. Emotions can break us down, but they can also rebuild us to be more resilient and understanding and have empathy for other people. Every time we face an emotional challenge, we have a choice. Again, bringing it full circle. We can stay stuck we can learn something, or we can challenge it. It's all up to you. Because if you die tomorrow, how you handled it today is what's remembered. So, think about it. Every heartbreak, every disappointment, every epic fail is an opportunity to learn more about who you are and grow. You might feel like you're never going to get through it. Dear Lord, I have felt that way myself more than once. Actually, more than I can count on both hands. But I digress. Trust me, though, when I say you will come out the other side with a deeper appreciation for the highs when they finally come around. Emotions connect us, all of us. I don't care where you are, in what stage of your life, or in what part of the world you're at. Every human feels emotion. And when we can all find some footing to identify and connect with another human, it will make life better, and it will make knowing that you're not guaranteed tomorrow a little bit easier to accept. This life is messy, and it's beautiful. So, emotions make us human, beautifully human, and they remind us that we are alive. And it's what helps make you more beautifully human and the moments in your life more precious. So embrace it, all of it. The good, the bad, the ugly, the damn messes, and the, how do I say this? Because nothing in this world is perfect. The image of perfection that you might have in your mind and in your heart. So experience it, embrace it. Leave me some comments about how you feel, what you thought, if you struggle with something. Because again, I know I'm not a psychologist, and this is for entertainment purposes only. But I'd love to hear from you and expand on your thoughts and your comments. So leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed, think about subscribing. Doesn't cost you anything. If you like it, let me know. If you don't like it, let me know, and let me know why. I'd love to hear it. I'm a big one for constructive criticism. And, you don't have to point out my flaws. I already know them because they're my flaws after all. So, thank you for joining me today. It was another lovely talk. I can't wait to do this with you guys again next week. And, remember, just because it's messy doesn't mean it's a mess. So, until next time, be kind, be grateful, and be humble.